Da, 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 da. Yay! We are live. Hello, hello, hello. I love it. Good morning. Good morning. Good morning. I'm actually going to take these off because they are at 30%. Ooh. I don't even know if I have the box. All right. BRB. Okay. My earbuds were going dead, so I had to change them out. All right. For those of you who don't know, my name is Siobhan. And today we are doing a quick ish, an hour. I don't know if that's quick for you, but it's quick for me. Um, Body doubling session where we get our notebooks. For me, this is, I don't know if I should talk about it if I'm not being sponsored. But oh, hi, Lauren. How are you? I'm so glad that you're here. Good morning. Good morning. Just giving a quick intro. This is going to be a body doubling session. And the way I'm going to do it is, I think, 25 minutes. We're going to kind of do a Pomodoro situation 25 minutes on, 5 minute break, 25 minutes working, and then 5 minutes at the end to kind of like, chat about what you're doing, what you're creating, what you're reading, all that good stuff. I think today, well, the past few Saturdays, I've been doing the artist's way, and that has been wonderful. But I also have a very dirty, I was using it as a coaster, Elizabeth Gilbert's book called Big Magic. It's actually incredible, no matter how you feel about her personally, because I know she's interesting. This book has been really, really good, especially for creative people. And so, yeah, let's go ahead. We're about 3 minutes after. Um, Tell me in the chat what you're working on, what you brought to today's body doubling session. If you're reading something interesting, or if you're going to be journaling, or you're working on an art project, let me know. Let me know what you got going on. Because for me, I'm going to be doing some of these exercises in the artist's way. I am on week 7. I'm actually really behind. I was supposed to be. I think everybody else in my group that's doing the book is on week like 10, and it's a 12-week series. But I'm on week 7. Let's see. Zaria Worldwide says I'll be working on a course that I'm writing. Nice. Oh, that's awesome. And then Lauren, my girl, she said, I'm going to finally finish reading a book that I started way too long ago, The Midnight Library. Oh, dope. I can't wait to hear more about what you guys are going to be, what you are working on towards the end here, maybe on the break. But how do you feel about the Pomodoro method? I figured, like the first time I did this, I went like 50 minutes all the way through. And so I think having a little break in the midst is a good way to kind of like break up the working sessions. Love Pomodoro. Nice. Okay, let's do that then. All right, we are at about 5 after now. Um, yes, yeah. Lawrence is excited to try it. I've heard so much. Yeah, I really like it. There have only been a few times where I've been like right in the midst of something and then that damn timer goes off. So if you hear the timer go off and you're still in it, like you're cranking, stay with it. But we'll go ahead and do Pomodoro this time. I have a little like egg timer that I'm going to use, uh, and I'm going to go ahead and set it for 25 minutes. And let's go ahead and get started, shall we? All right, friends, we are at the 5-minute break mark. How we doing? How we feeling? If you want to keep working through the 5 minutes, feel free. But I'm going to set a little timer for myself and go from there. I know it goes really fast, right? Yeah. I think that's one of the reasons why I do Pomodoro sometimes, but not all the time. Because sometimes I'm so in it, I just want to work right through. But I also realize, it can be helpful for some folks to have that little break in a minute. Yeah, the time flew by. Yeah. I don't know if you guys can hear. I live in an apartment complex, and during the day, yeah, good stretch break, good. During the day, there's kids playing outside, there's dogs barking. While we were just a moment ago, someone's car alarm went off. I was like, oh no. So I put the thing on mute, hoping that it wasn't that you guys couldn't hear it. That's another thing I've learned too on YouTube. People will do these body doubling sessions, and sometimes they'll have music playing in the background, and so I'm still kind of working out the best way to do this, and especially posting it afterwards. If I should be adding music or if people prefer the silence. I like silence, but I know different strokes for different folks. So mm. And so if there's anything you want to share while we're on our 5-minute break, you can in the chat. Lauren says, I also appreciate silence. I can only do music sometimes. Yeah. Yeah, me too. Zaria Worldwide. At first I wanted music, but then the silence also helped me lock in. Yeah. Good. We'll continue doing it that way then. I agree. Sometimes silence feels good. It's stimulating, especially for me, if I'm doing something besides writing or reading, music can be really nice. If I'm working on a drawing or something like that. But when I'm trying to dive into a work, especially something like this book that feels a little bit, I wouldn't say it's hard or difficult or dense, but just the concepts or something that I really want to chew on, the silence is better. Yeah. The locking in is important. So we got about 2 more minutes on this break, and then we'll get back in. In this chapter, I'm moving into week 8, recovering a sense of strength in the artist way, and she's talking about loss and artistic survival and those moments when you're a kid and you're working on something or you're making something creative, and the trusted adult around you kind of squashes your dreams, and I'm like, oh. And it's bringing back memories. And I always told myself I was not going to be that girl that gets on social media and starts crying. But she's talking about some heavy hitting stuff, So yeah, she's getting me in my feels. My little creative self, the child self. Mm-hmm. Thank you, Fran. Ooh. All right, it looks like we got 1 more minute. and then we will dive back in. Ew, here we go. Okay, I'm going to restart the clock for about 25 minutes. And we're ready to go. I'm going to put myself on mute because I also have a little bit of a cold. My nose is running, so I don't want to be sniffling the whole time. All right, let's go. All right, friends, the alarm just went off for our second 25-minute session. How are we feeling? How you doing? I know. Lauren says, I don't want it to end. Girl, neither do I. Um, I'm in this part of the chapter where it talks about the grace to be a beginner again and how to like stop listening to your ego when it says, oh, I'm too old to try this thing. I'm too old to do this thing. And it is hitting me in the feels so hard. Zarius is very nice. I was able to really focus and make progress on an important module. Yes, yes, that's what I love to hear. That's so good. That is awesome, awesome. I'm so happy that this time has been useful for you and you found value. Um, how are we feeling? I'm feeling pretty good. I do feel like this hour went by super quick, which is a good thing because those days when it goes by like really, it just goes by so slow. It's like, oh God. But this went by really fast. Maybe in the future, this is something we could potentially expand to maybe like an hour and a half. Um, I've also thought about like doing Zoom where we're able to actually, I would love to see the people that I'm co-working with. Um, so if you guys are interested in that, I'd be open to doing that too. But yeah, I'm feeling really good. I'm feeling really, really good. And Zari, I'm so glad that you were able to do more work on, you said you were creating a course that you're writing. Do you want to share what the course is about? And I ask because in my day job, I help create educational materials and like online courses for people that are a part of a very particular community. And so whenever I hear about people like creating learning modules and stuff like that, I kind of lean in a little bit. So if you're open to it, would love to hear what you're working on. But if not, like that's totally cool. Oh, good. Sorry, I said yes, I would. Is that in reference to the Zoom or a slightly longer working session? Curious about your thoughts. Nice. Okay. Brilliant. Zaria, where are you located? Because I'm in Mexico. I'm in Querétaro, Mexico. I would say it's kind of a mid-sized city. Last I checked, it's like 1.2 million people, just outside of Mexico City. So it's about 3 hours away from Mexico City. Sorry, it says yes. And that was in reference to both options. I love yes. Okay, good. Awesome, awesome. Cool, cool. Well, I'll see if that's something that I can set up. You're in Oaxaca. Get out. I've been wanting to visit Oaxaca for ages. How do you like it? I mean, from what I've seen, it's beautiful, and I've heard the food is bomb. I've heard the food is really good there. Hmm. Hmm. It's very relaxed and artsy. And yes, the food is good. Okay. I've heard that it's a great place for creatives. Oh, I want to visit one day. That's so dope. Um, let's see. It feels very indigenous, a cultural capital. Yeah, I've heard that too. Yeah, I've heard like there are like particular foods that are specific to Oaxaca that like you can't get anywhere else. Um, I've heard that it's really, really beautiful and really chill. Oh, that's so dope. I definitely want to visit. There's so many different places I want to go. But Oaxaca is definitely on my list. Um, yeah, I had chosen Querétaro because it's kind of a central location here. And also, when my mom was living with me, I felt like it was a good place for her, especially because she had never lived outside the United States before. And there are a lot of things here that are very familiar to her. Um, but now that she is back in the States for a little while, I want to do a little bit more traveling before she comes back down. So yeah, that's dope. Um, I I really love that you guys joined me. There's a part of me that's like that wants to stay a little bit longer, but in the interest of time and making sure that I stick to my word, we'll go ahead and yeah. Sorry, it says there are so many places to go in Mexico. Querétaro really, yes, I would love to chat actually. Um, Zaria, well, this chat is going to be live, but my email should be in my bio on my main page here on YouTube. Um, so like hit me up. I don't know if you want to share, a contact information or your email here because it's the chat will be public. But my email is on my page if you want to connect. But yeah, man. Um, this has been a good day. I'm feeling my heart is full, I have to say. Because like the last session that I did, I think maybe like one other person showed up and it was cool, but they didn't really say anything. So it's kind of like, okay, just the two of us in this space. But it's nice to have folks here and kind of have this chat. This is lovely. Zaria, definitely want to connect with you. Lauren, I'll be chatting with you in a few minutes. I don't know if you guys know, but I have decided to do this every Saturday rather than just like twice a month. So if you're down, let's connect next Saturday, 11 a.m. Mexico time, for 1 hour of reading, writing, body doubling, doing the damn thing. It's going to be good. Um, that's all I got, friends. I hope that you have a wonderful day. I hope that you take time in this coming week to continue to nurture your inner artist, your creative self, and turn off your phone. Absolutely. Thanks, Lauren. Thanks for joining. All right, y'all. I will see you next Saturday. I love it. Oh, thanks, Zaria. Great. See y'all next Saturday.